Welcome into the post-game live. Salute CT here on the solo as the New York Knicks take care of business in Game 5, extend the series. We're going back to South Beach. It was tight, man. It was gritty. It wasn't pretty, but reflective of this season, man. Some key players stepped up to get the Knicks this big dub. Right, 112 to 103. The third quarter basically sealed it, but we had to fight. The Miami Heat made their run, but Quentin Grimes got key stop on Jimmy Butler. The New York Knicks rebounded the heck out of the ball, turned it over a lot. Jalen Brunson was big again, played the whole game. Quentin Grimes the whole game, right? Julius Randle stepped up in key moments. RJ Barrett stepped up huge in key moments. Salute to the whole chat. Salute replay gang. Game 6, right? Friday night Knicks. Could it be one more Friday night Knicks? Or could we take this thing 7? Ladies and gentlemen, proud of the Knicks though for handling their business, taking care of business, extending the series, right? Tonight, the fast break points was great. New York Knicks opened it up in that third quarter. It was frustrating they gave the lead back, but this Miami Heat team, is never going to give up, right? And you're never going to give up. And nothing this season has come easy, right? But to seal the deal with free throws, Mitchell Robinson, they tried to hack him, but he hit his free throws. Salute to Mitch, some key rebounds, but the best thing about tonight was the young players stepping up and getting experience. Quentin Grimes and RJ Barrett were absolutely huge. I thought Quentin Grimes had a fantastic game all night defensively and did what was needed. Of course, it wasn't pretty though. RJ Barrett, of course, as well, full of confidence, stepping up. Right, very efficient night. We'll talk about it. How we feeling, everyone? Big task. Absolutely, the Empire struck back. We headed back to South Beach for Game 6. You could see how frustrated Spo was tonight. Jimmy didn't quite look like Jimmy, but we were physical. We won the boards, dominated on the boards, lost points in the paint, turned the ball over 18 times. This thing would have been an absolute blowout. But happy that the season's continuing. Let's go get that big dub in South Beach. Let's see what happens, right? Let's shout everyone out, get their thoughts out here after this big win. We'll look at keys to Game 6. Could Emmanuel quickly be back, right? Should we feature RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes more? I tell you, the spacing has been a lot better since Quentin Grimes has come in. So salute to him for that adjustment. But Tom Thibodeau did not use much of the bench at all. Didn't use Miles McBride much outside of closing the half on a final possession. But yeah, tonight was gritty. Let's go New York Knicks ball. Ryan says, hope the Knicks have more confidence now and getting better calls. Yeah. Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson will live in at the line. It was the hustle, though. You get rewarded when you hustle well. Like you said, we're running out of bodies, though. Also, Bam was dirty. Absolutely. He was physical. Johnny, yeah, big things happen. Big Mitch stepping up at the free throw line right when it mattered. He needed that. Absolutely. It was an absolute wretched first quarter, as you see, 14 points to 24 for the Heat. But the New York Knicks turned up the heat on the Heat in the second quarter, 36 to 23, on the back of some fast break buckets. Jalen Brunson getting foul calls and hitting timely threes. I thought the ball movement was fantastic, and Spoelstra called the timeout, but the Heat stuck around. So the New York Knicks were in for a fight. No third quarter of doom tonight. 34 to 27, won the third quarter also, but the Heat were edging closer back as the New York Knicks continued to turn the ball over, which was frustrating at the worst times. but the New York Knicks 28-29 barely lost the last quarter, sealed the deal with big free throws. RJ Barrett couldn't miss. Mitchell Robinson, like I said, hit big free throws, which was big. And Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. Also, I expected the Knicks to win this one. It's sort of mixed emotions because it was up and it was down. I would have loved for us to just blow this one out and give Brunson and Randle and others a rest, but that didn't happen. This is the playoffs, baby. Eastern Conference semifinals, and the Heat know they're in for a fight, as they better close us out in South Beach. Otherwise, we're gonna get all this buzz and some for a Game 7 back at MSG. Game at a time is the theme tonight. What's good, fam? It comes down to belief, then focus in the moment, execution, then takes care of itself. Again, credit to the Heat who were edging back. Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson were raining threes. And I kind of felt that that was the only way they were going to get back in the game. They shot an awful percentage in the first half. And I just felt like some shots were going to start falling. I think Kevin Love couldn't replicate a lot of his shooting. And Gabe Vincent got into foul trouble early, thanks to the physicality of the Knicks. But yeah, the turnovers, with 18 turnovers, if the New York Knicks don't turn the ball over, this is double digits. RJ Barrett even, surmising late with a 5-second violation, couldn't even inbound the ball. But, a lot of learning lessons as we continue in these playoffs. But young players stepping up in the moment is just pleasing to see. Big. Quentin Grimes had an up and down season with injuries, um, forced to miss some playoff big moments, only played 10 minutes, in game 2, I believe. Missed game 1, I think. But yeah, Quentin Grimes' effort tonight to get that key stop on Jimmy Butler, it was just all heart and it was all hustle tonight, stepping up. We'll go through the box score and look at the charts. Johnny, yeah, Julius wasn't going to miss that rebound. And I like the fact that we, gave Kyle Lowry a little bit of medicine back at him. That was good. Josh Hart didn't have a good game, but he was hustling. He was doing his best. Couldn't hit a shot. But it was the physicality and the rebounding. We weren't going to give them those second chance points all over again. And as we briefly touch on my keys, to a game 6 in Miami, right? We got to win, continue to win rebounding. We got blown out in game 4 because of the rebounding, and we blew the Heat out tonight because of solid rebounding. We'll go through it, but the New York Knicks handled their business on the rebounding department. 36 defensive rebounds to 23 the Heat, and 50 in total to 34 rebounds. So out rebounded the Heat by 16. 14 offensive to the Heat's 11. So the New York Knicks shot 38% from 3, which was huge, 13 of 34, and 49% from the field, as well as getting to the line more. Julius Randle shot 10 free throws. Jalen Brunson shot 12 free throws, 10 of 12. Randle was 6 of 10. So he could have hit a couple more free throws. Mitch was 4 of 8. But Barrett, 7 of 8 from the line, also getting to the line. Kevin Love did not get to the free throw line at all. Jimmy Buckets shot 11 free throws, 9 of 11. Bam, 4 of 4. But Gabe Vincent and Max Strauss, Duncan Robinson did not get to the line at all. So I thought, defensively, we were a lot more disciplined, which is what you need to do playing at home. Guarding guys more 1v1, We did help a couple of times late, which cost us, but I thought our defense has really kind of stepped up in terms of being more disciplined and, just letting Jimmy beat us one-on-one. And lo and behold, he couldn't beat us one-on-one. So yeah, the second, third, fourth efforts were amazing. Like Queen's Place Salute says, effort was outstanding. Now we just got to carry this onto the road and make things interesting. things are going to get real interesting if we can just hang in that game in game 6, because the pressure is going to be there. The Heat are going to try to put their stamp on the game early, but if we can weather the storm, it's game on, baby. Um, yeah, all day, every day, Ryan. Facts. Young Nick's getting good experience here. That's the story. And we didn't want the season, to go out like this. On the New York Knicks home floor in 5 games. So, where all the Heat fans at right now, saying Heat in 5, underestimating the fight, the grit in this New York Knicks team that finished 5th in the Eastern Conference, wiping out, eliminating the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5. These New York Knicks are not to be taken lightly. And I honestly feel like the New York Knicks would have won game 1 if Julius Randle didn't play. I know Heat fans are going to say the Heat would have won game 2 if Jimmy played. Well, a spade is a spade. At that end of the day, right? It's 2-3. Injuries have affected the Knicks a lot. Emmanuel Quickley now missed the last 2 games. Is he going to be back? I tell you what, Emmanuel Quickley missed that game 4 in Miami. And I said to EJ, I thought Emmanuel Quickley kind of game, playing up and down, getting, up and down and playing looser on the offensive end. The Knicks had a great couple of quarters in Miami offensively, shooting well. And with Emmanuel Quickley, it's going to make things really interesting. But let's see. I know Jalen Brunson's going to be gassed, and Quentin Grimes is going to be gassed. Now there is a 2-day break between game 6 and game 7. So if we do extend the series even more, there's going to be an extra day rest. But right now, only 1 day rest, and we're back at it. Friday night Knicks in game 6 in South Beach. What are your feelings towards that? Knicks streets. I'm feeling good. We're due. We're due to win one in Miami. And I feel like the more we play there, it'll be 3 games in like 7 days, or 3 games in 6 days in South Beach. We got to be feeling more confident there. We saw Eric Spoelstra really want to seal this one out. The Heat fought back, but it was too little too late. They didn't get enough from Jimmy Butler tonight. So, yeah, outside of the first quarter and barely losing the last quarter, the second and the third in the meat of the game was key for the New York Knicks sealing this deal. Now, got to feel good with the young players stepping up. RJ Barrett, with the shot clock dwindling, had the confidence to take Gabe Vincent off the dribble. Jimmy Butler came over to help, and Isaiah Hartenstein slammed it down. That was one of the biggest plays of the game that withstood the run. Another big play was Mitchell Robinson, right? They went to the hack early, and he stepped up. He split a couple, and then he hit 2. Then he went to the bench. But big ups to Mitch for stepping up. We don't win if he doesn't hit those clutch free throws. Obviously, Julius Randle got to the bucket early, was aggressive, got elbowed in the face, played with a bruised eye socket basically all night. So got to like the fight from Julius tonight. He wasn't pretty, but we gritted it out. We'll go through everyone's box score and give out the grades. But yeah, tonight was just about this, just standing firm and pulling out the dub. What's good, Sandman? Yep, finally pulled out this big dub. Big task. Do you see their jackets at the podium? Man. A lot of buzz to come. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to a Friday night Knicks game 6 now. We've won in South Beach in the regular season, and I think we can give it our best shot. It's not going to be easy, but if we can get it to a game 7, all bets are off right now, 1 game at a time. Let's just get treatment round the clock. Jalen Brunson, get treatment. Julius Randle, get treatment. Emmanuel Quickley, if he can come back, that's going to give our bench a huge, almighty boost, right? Almighty boost. So there you see, the biggest lead was 10 for Miami. The biggest lead was 19 for the New York Knicks. I think a couple of big threes would have blown the game wide open even more, but Um, we had to fight. We had to fight to pull this one out, and I truly feel it was because of the turnovers. We lost our poise again, definitely at certain points of tonight. But when you thought we were going down in a sinking ship, Jalen Brunson would step up and hit a big three ball, or he would get to the cup and get fouled. Um, RJ Barrett again and again, and Julius Randle again and again tonight. But yeah, I'm just so impressed with Quentin Grimes' effort. I thought I praised him in game 4 defensively because, I think 1v1, his defense on Jimmy Butler has been as good as, if not better than Josh Hart's as well. So, that move's paid off in spades in terms of Tibbs, getting Grimes back into the starting unit, and the floor spacing was big with Quentin Grimes hitting a couple big three balls late, um, which was really good for the offense to come out early. Quentin Grimes was 2 of 6, uh, but was a +9, 8 points, which was big with 5 assists and 2 steals and 2 blocks. So absolutely phenomenal performance from Grimes. Talk about a guy who didn't score a lot, but gave us 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, and 4 turnovers to add for the youth. 4 turnovers from Barrett, 4 turnovers from Randall. So I tell you what, just clean that up, and then we good. I think so. Yeah, I really feel like there's a lot of positives to gain, and we take that confidence onto the road now to try to pull out that big dub. So let's pull up the box score for everyone to see. Again, the rebounding. I think the Heat know how pivotal the rebounding battle was, and are big stepped up. Could Mitch starting to be getting more healthy is going to be another factor in this series. He wasn't moving great to begin the game, but he finished it out strong. Big minutes, tonight for dudes stepping up. Huge, absolutely huge. Um, Randall played 36, Mitch 26, Brunson all 48, Grimes all 48. So you got to tip your cap to those soldiers. I mean, a win's a win, and it's certainly going to be a lot on game 6 in these guys who played 48. But this was a must win, so I can kind of understand, Tom Thibodeau is going to be Tom Thibodeau, right? But I would have loved to see, maybe 5 to 10 minutes more of Deuce McBride. Evan Fournier out with illness, so that was a big story. Why Fournier couldn't go. We know he's probably not going to dust off Derrick Rose, otherwise he would have already. So he went with his 9-man rotation. With that said, Obi played 12 minutes, missed 2 3 balls, but was still a +9, 2 points. Not a lot of bench production. So please, Emmanuel Quickly, I hope he's right for game 6, and that's going to be big. If Emmanuel Quickly's good, we need extra bench scoring. Fam, what's good, Jerry? Salute. The streets are buzzing right now. 2-3 in the series. We go back to South Beach. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good for that one. I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think the pressure is going to start to creep up on the Heat. If we can hit shots, we can start out well. All bets are off, right? So we're going in there with house money. I feel like, and all the pressure right now is on the Heat to try to close us out. They don't want to go back to MSG for a game 7, man. Best believe that. Um, but for a workhorse like Jalen Brunson, again, I mean, we've praised him all season, and we'll praise him again, right? In 48 minutes was 12 of 22, 4 of 10 from deep, huge. 10 of 12 from the line, right? 9 rebounds, 7 assists, only 1 turnover, and 38 big points. I mean, probably one of the best playoff performances from Jalen Brunson. +9, 38 big ones. with 9 rebounds for a 6-foot guard, um, and 7 assists also, right? Playing all 48 minutes, absolute insanity with that. But A plus for Jalen Brunson tonight. We don't win this game without him. As always, he's been big for us all season, but he hit timely shots really when the ship was starting to sink. He stepped up huge. But yeah, the 7 assists was key, and the rebounds. So A plus for JB. Another hero tonight was Quentin Grimes. Again, we praised him with his 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Got arguably the game-winning steal on Jimmy to seal the game out. It's just great to win it on the defensive end. We were a lot more locked in tonight, locked in and loaded. Quentin Grimes gets an A for me tonight, playing all 48 minutes in a big playoff setting, gaining and learning experience. He's a part of this core moving forward. 110% is Quentin Grimes. 2 of 6, not great, but the fact that we shot 38% tonight from deep, everyone else stepped up. So winning it defensively with the steals, the blocks. Like I said, I don't think Jimmy looked himself, and obviously I think he's still dealing with the ankle. But with that said, Quentin Grimes is going to be huge for the rest of the series and the future. Also, playing in South Beach, going to be big. And I think for Game 6, if Quentin Grimes can get loose, my keys are to feature Grimes and Barrett more in Game 6, right? Getting them, stretching the offense out with Barrett and Grimes hitting shots in that starting unit. The floor spacing just opens up for JB and Randall astronomically. So yeah, feature RJ, feature Grimes more. With all the attention that Brunson and Randall draw, RJ Barrett is usually matched up on a shorter guy, or not an elite defender like a Strauss or a Duncan Robinson or a Kyle Lowry. Usually someone he can take advantage of that mismatch. So that's what I would like to see. I would like to see RJ Barrett eat more in South Beach because he had a phenomenal game in Game 4, taking advantage of some of those mismatches late to keep us in the game. But another key for Game 6 is to limit the turnovers. We're not winning on the road with 18 turnovers. So we got to clean that up, and I think we will. Little things to like eye for detail. When they trap Brunson and they make it difficult for him to bring the ball up, that's when another guy needs to step up and take on the ball handling duties, to limit some of these turnovers. Because I do feel a lot of them were due to fatigue. No doubt about it, there was a lot of fatigue with that. What's good, DeMario? Salute, great win. Yep, let's get it. Jerry, Knicks play with more physicality, 110%. We needed to, and it helped us pull it out. We got more foul calls because we were aggressive. We were forcing contact and making the refs call those fouls. So free throws, 12 for Brunson and 10 for Julius Randle were key. And taking care of the ball when we were up like 15, 19, this thing would have been a big blowout. But we got to take care of the ball in Game 6. And I want to help Jalen Brunson with the ball handling duties because we've been seeing it all series. They're going to use Gabe Vincent to try to pick up Jalen Brunson full court again. Now, I take you back to earlier tonight. Gabe Vincent picked up his 3rd foul in the 2nd quarter, and that was big because that allowed Gabe Vincent, probably their best on-ball defender at the point guard spot, to hound Jalen Brunson bringing the ball up. So that relieved the pressure. Mike says we live to fight another day, 100%, and we get a day off. We can study. We can look at some things, maybe make an adjustment. Who knows? Evan Fournier out with illness. Maybe he's right if we need him in South Beach. But I'm looking at Emmanuel Quickly as a big factor as well. Now, a key for the Heat, obviously, is to try to win the boards again. They killed us in game 4 with rebounding. The Heat need to try to win the boards again to have a chance to close us out. If they give the rebounding to the Knicks in the second and third and fourth chances again, that's how the New York Knicks have won ball games all season. And they'll continue to win ball games if you do not beat the Knicks in the rebound department. Also, the shooting's gotten better as the series has gone along for the Knicks. Now 38% from deep tonight. No coincidence, my friend. Quentin Grimes steps into the unit, starting lineup, hits some shots, spacing opens up. RJ Barrett also hitting some shots, which is huge. Barrett, what was he? 3 of 8 from deep. So RJ Barrett hit 3 of 8 from deep, but 8 of 17 from the field on efficiency from 2. Was aggressive, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, but the 4 turnovers. But was a team high tonight, plus 17, with 26 big buckets in his 38 minutes. So had a huge playoff series. We'll be talking about it when the season's eventually done, and we'll be doing the autopsy. But right now, Rowan Barrett Jr. stepped up big. He's played a few decent games on the road, but played a lot better at home, of course. But the decision making, the aggression, the confidence, and the poise is actually improving for Barrett. I think there was a couple of moments where he had the poise to sort of stop on a dime and make a better push shot floater instead of just barreling into the defender. So I'm seeing RJ Barrett grow throughout these playoffs also. So that's great for his career, his future with the New York Knicks, just 22 years old. A couple of wide open threes, he didn't let us down. He hit those ones. So that he's going to be huge on the road. Like I said, feature RJ Barrett more because usually he has a favorable matchup. The playoffs and the head-to-heads are all about matchups, my friend, because a lot of attention on Randall and a lot of attention on Jalen Brunson. So we said this heading into the series, did the Heat have a third player that can play to the level of an RJ Barrett? Now, a few games they had, Kyle Lowry had stepped up, or it'd be Max Strauss or someone else. But when you're noticing when RJ Barrett steps up, when Randall and Brunson play well, the New York Knicks usually win because three guys hitting their strides is a lot to stop. And especially with the other role players we have that can step up big. What are your thoughts? Chat, comment, section, replay gang on the minutes distribution from Tibbs. It's going to be a hot topic heading in. Brunson reports from Ian Begley, SNY, say that he was getting treatment. He's been getting treatment around the clock throughout these playoffs with that ankle. 48 minutes tonight was a workman warrior type performance, but he's going to be feeling it. So I know this is the playoffs and it's put up or shut up. But how much does he have left in the tank for a game 6 is going to be vital. But another reason why I think the New York Knicks should play RJ Barrett on the ball a little bit more and utilize his size to post some smaller dudes up. Also relieve the duties from Brunson. But limiting those turnovers is going to be big. I think the Heat are going to come out aggressive. I think they're going to try to trap the Knicks early, force us into more turnovers in Miami. And I think that's going to be a big key. Julius Randle, frustrating when he's handling the ball, very loosey-goosey, not knowing where the man is. Another turnover on the fast break tonight, frustrating from Julius in that moment. You don't really want Julius Randle running the break with Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler sniffing around. So we've got to clean that up. We've got to watch the film on that, I think. And Julius has got to have a bit more awareness in terms of the defenders around him. Mike shouts out Grimes on one leg. Man, big time. Big time. Yep. I don't know if he was cramping up or it was fatigue, whatever it was, but yeah, on one leg was a colossal effort. Quentin Grimes. That's exactly why the front office hold him out of trade talks, right? Gives you offense, gives you defense. Invaluable in this NBA. Just two-way stud is Quentin Grimes, right? If Jimmy Butler didn't know who Quentin Grimes is, if the NBA don't know, now they know, right? Stepping up as a young fella, sophomore, also stepping up big. And, he wasn't in the Rising Stars game for nothing. Um, yeah, Ryan agrees with the McBride. More McBride would be great on the road. Just 6, 7, 8 minutes. Give us a little bit of juice to finish the half and to close the third, to start the fourth even, to give Brunson some rest. But man, absolute New York Knicks warrior stepping up. Brunson and Grimes with 48 minutes apiece. I thought, yeah, the minutes splitting with Hart and Mitch was great. 26 minutes and 22 minutes. Some foul issues, obviously, but um, offense, defense substitutions. That's how it's worked throughout the regular season. Um, but yeah, Obi generally he plays it by ear with Obi. Depending on how the game is going. But can Obi top and get it going in Miami? Get us some transition buckets is going to be big. Um, we talked about the New York Knicks winning the uh, the fast break points tonight massively, 16-9. Did the New York Knicks won the fast break point? So no surprise why we're able to build that big lead up and dominate in the second and in the third. Yeah, Queen says Tibbs got to give them some rest, though. When they went up 6 in the second, he should have sit Brunson. Yeah, I just think he was too worried, fam. He was too scared tonight. Didn't want to lose this one, and forcing it to fight another day, so to speak, is absolutely big. But nonetheless, man, Game 6, how we feeling? How's the vibes now? Feeling a lot better, right? After Game 4, with some solid performances tonight, being aggressive, and forcing some fouls. Um, also giving the Heat a dose of their own medicine in terms of hustling and scrambling. We actually saw the Heat get frustrated tonight in terms of the Knicks scratching and clawing their way to a couple of second chance points and loose balls also. Um, also, a lot of follies that didn't go our way that we can continue to learn from if we're going to be successful. Because I think we're going to play basically close to a flawless game in Game 6, to handle our business. Um, RJ Barrett's performance, I've got to give him an A also for stepping up big in the moment. I'll give Mitch a B plus, and Randall, I'll give him a B plus also. Hartenstein a B, Josh Hart a C plus, and I'll give Obi a C. But looking at the charts now, let's have a look. We'll start with Rowan Barrett Jr. with his big performance tonight. Yeah, he was what, RJ Barrett was 3 of 8, 3 of 8 from deep, and 8 of 17 from the field. These were his shots. So pleasing thing for me that stands out is the 3 ball. He hit a couple from either wing corners and also from straight on. The one straight on was super timely. It was huge to swish that one. But a couple getting to the cup also. No mid range from RJ tonight outside of the one just outside of the paint. But his decision making, his poise stood out to me again. Knowing when to take the shot, knowing when to pass it, and all of those things were beautiful from RJ tonight. How many assists did RJ have? He had just 2 assists, but he was a lot more aggressive. Making the best of what he had to do. Late in the shot clock, there was that big moment where it was down to 5 or 6 on the clock. the offense was stalling in a big moment. I think we're only up 4, and Barrett just took Gabe Vincent off the dribble, was able to bank it off the glass. Jimmy committed, and Isaiah slammed it down. So that doesn't happen without RJ Barrett's aggression in the tight moment. Normally in a hot potato situation, a young player might give the ball up, but he took the responsibility with the shot clock going down. He was aggressive. He got to the cup, and he delivered. He delivered in that moment, big time, big time from RJ Barrett as well. He helps us pull this one out. The next chart we'll look at is Jalen Brunson's colossal performance tonight with his 38 points and his 12 free throws. But a very, very interesting chart here with his 3 balls. Didn't get any looks in the corners, just there on the wing. But Jalen Brunson's shooting, stretching the floor, helped us a lot tonight. Brunson was 4 of 10, so that's big time, 40% from deep. 40% and getting to the line 12 times, that opened the floor up, and 12 of 22 in his 48 minutes. So, I mean, A+ performance again from big time Brunson. Big time Brunson. What was the most pleasing thing? Just being patient. Just being patient and then waiting and just doing what's needed to put the defense on their heels. I thought he drew timely fouls on Gabe Vincent with the Euro steps and utilizing the swipe, putting his head down and just making sure he got contact. All of those things we know Brunson's been great at. Would be something that we can continue to rely upon moving forward. A lot of building blocks. I like those couple of floater mid-range shots at the foul line, also extended. So a bit of everything from Brunson tonight. Straight on at the cup, halfway through at the foul line, and the 3 ball, 4 of 10 from deep from Brunson. That was big time. Now we'll look at Julius Randle chart tonight. Right, Julius Randle was polarizing tonight. He was up, he was down, but 4 of 7 from 3-point land, 6 of 10 from the line, 24 points. Right, 7 of 13 from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal, 4 turnovers. The turnovers were at bad times, but Julius Randle's engagement, hustle, was a lot better tonight. 13 shots with 7 deep balls, but being aggressive, still getting to the cup, allowed this offense to go on a run. Also, the run did happen a lot when Randle was on the bench, but when he came back, he played within the offense. He let Jalen Brunson find him on the post-ups, and he got a couple of and ones as well, or and one attempts. Did Julius Randle? What did you guys see from Julius Randle tonight? Mike says losing 4-1 to the Heat on the Garden floor would have changed the whole outlook of what has been, for the most part, a great year in terms of taking another step in being a legitimate contender. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Huge win to build upon, but the season ain't done yet, so we ain't going to reflect too much. But considering our season could have ended tonight, right, we staved off elimination is definitely big time. Right, we've got another huge game, hopefully another huge game to come as Philadelphia take a 3-1 commanding lead, I believe, on the Boston Celtics. So, man, this season's just been crazy. Like, who the hell really knows what's going to happen? It's just been all over the place. No one really knows. I mean, I will not be surprised, honestly, if this gets to 7. I don't think it's going to be a prayer or a miracle. I think we've got a better chance than that. You best believe that, right? A lot of heart, a lot of hustle. This team's, like I said it after game 4, this team has overcome a lot of adversity, a lot of moving parts, and a lot of things going for and against us. But if we're engaged and we're locked in and we're playing more smart and we're not turning the ball over, We can beat anybody. We really can. I think the Miami Heat know this. Ryan says, yeah, Julius must be exhausted being the man in New York City, being the Iron Man till late in the season. There was a lot of pressure on him. Yeah. I think, let's not forget, it's only Julius Randle's second trip to the playoffs. So that's a situation where, it's something that he is still figuring out where to get shots, all of those things, the speed of the games, the pace, the aggressiveness, all of that. I think that's something Julius can definitely clean up in terms of turning the ball over at the worst times, um, and recognizing the pest that is Kyle Lowry, and these kind of dudes that are all over the place. But yeah, getting back to what we were good at was the most pleasing thing, which was shooting a decent percentage, 38% from deep, but rebounding, you know, monstering the rebounds, 50 to 34. Also, there's only so much that Bam Adebayo and Kevin Love can continue to do to keep our bigs off the glass. Tonight we were physical, but I cannot say enough about how good Quentin Grimes was defending Jimmy Butler also one-on-one. And also a little bit of Jimmy just wasn't as aggressive as he normally would be in this situation. Jimmy Butler is normally more aggressive, but maybe he's saving more juice for Game 6. Best believe we're going to get the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler's best punch, right? As it continues, the pressure is back on Miami. Um, so yeah, keys to Game 6 is continue to rebound well, and let's get it. Extend this series. We win by 9, and take the Heat are a 3-2 advantage now, right? We're still going to win that one road game to win back home court advantage. But RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes, and Brunson stepping up lets you know we can build upon a lot of this, in the off season. Some dudes stepping up in the playoffs, and yeah, just extend the series one by one by one, and we wait. The Heat shooting was off at some point, and we knew it's going to come back down. Even little moments like Mitch stepping up, hitting free throws, something that's been an Achilles heel for him. It's got to be big for his confidence, no doubt. It's something that he can take pride in, and continue to build upon, practice those in the off season. And yeah, the New York Knicks are going to give the Heat all they can handle in South Beach. As I open up the box score again, shooting almost 50% from the field, even though we didn't take a lot of mid-range shots, was pleasing. A lot at the cup. But if we can have, let's say, another 40% three-point shooting performance in Game 6, and we can rebound the ball better and limit turnovers, best believe we're going to be in the game, baby. The streets will really be buzzing, and the pressure will be on the Miami Heat. Obviously a huge factor is going to be officiating. Can the New York Knicks get a good whistle in South Beach? Does the NBA want this thing to go 7? The Knicks got the calls tonight. 10 fouls, 10 trips to the line for Randle, 12 trips to the line for JB, 8 trips for Barrett as well. A lot of that was aggression, but also being in the right spot at the right time. But yeah, man, our big 3 stepped up, and like when they normally do, it's tough to beat the New York Knicks. 24 points for Randle, 38 big ones for Brunson, and 26 for Rowan Barrett, stepping up, and they both rebounded well. They all rebounded well. Yeah, fire, Ryan. Yep, big time. Limit those turnovers. The Heat are going to be sweating. Best believe that. And can the New York Knicks fan base rally and show out in South Beach? I think they will, definitely. Big keys, yeah, to Game 6. Also run more through RJ and Quentin Grimes. But let's not forget about Emmanuel Quickly. Right, that's going to be huge, that factor. Tibbs said he is still day to day. So they ain't ruling nothing out at this point with Emmanuel Quickly. I think he's going to be a huge factor and a huge key to a game 6 if he's available. Um, Tom Thibodeau needs more help off the bench, right? If we look at our bench scoring, just 8 points, 10 points in game 4, just 8 points off the bench tonight, right? I don't know if that's going to get it done in South Beach. They're going to tire Brunson and they're going to swarm him. Tonight he stepped up huge to put 38 on their head, and that was just too much for the Heat to overcome. So we'll look at some post-game quotes, continue to shout the chat out, giving out grades, talked about keys to game 6. The New York Knicks extend the series, baby. A lot to look forward to and a lot to be pleased about tonight. Shouting out Mitch for hitting free throws and Grimes for the big stop were absolutely huge. 18 turnovers, though, disappointing. But RJ Barrett closing it out at the free throw line, right? So much to be happy about in terms of that area of growth from RJ Barrett stepping up big, and the Heat falling short with their attempts. As the New York Knicks, staved off an elimination game. Also, that needs to be said. That's another situation where they're learning, they're facing these things, and they're growing. Staving off elimination is straight big time. With that said, I think Game 6 is going to be, like I said, it's going to be the third game in South Beach in not long. So only a matter of time before you get more confidence, right? Playing in the same building, the same kind of environment, the same atmosphere is big time for these guys. All they need to do is just have an excellent shooting night and limit turnovers, and we're really, really going to be in that game. So I can feel the fan base sort of start to get a bit more excited, feeling that hope is there. It's going to be tough, but yeah, again, our season's on the line, right? It's put up or shut up, and it's backs to the wall kind of thing. Something that the New York Knicks have faced all season long, and they will continue to fight. They will not go down without a fight. So that's been really, really pleasing for this part of the series. And I said I was disappointed Quickly couldn't play in game 4 because we had a chance to win that one. And I think we still win game 1 if Julius Randle plays. Now, the Heat probably win game 2. If Jimmy plays, we don't know. But I think now the fact that this is 3-2, this series is a lot more even than people thought 24 hours ago. Best believe that. I think a lot of games, a lot of things are going the Heat way. They're more experienced. They were more prepared. But the New York Knicks, as this series goes along, they might start to feel more comfortable, and that's dangerous. Yep, Mike, we need to catch some breaks. Yep, make some shots, get some whistles, hustle. Anything's possible in a game. We've won in South Beach this season, and we can do it again. We can continue to fight and continue to hustle, and I think we will. It's going to be big. Now, Kyle Lowry's impact on this series has been huge, but he's been up and down. So in terms of looking at the Heat's production, tonight, Kyle Lowry off the bench only gave them 9 points. Didn't hit as many shots. He was 2 of 8 and 3 of 11. So that's basically the ball game for the Heat side of things. If you look at it, with Kyle Lowry not having a great shooting night, getting Gabe Vincent into foul trouble was absolutely huge. Like I said, a third foul in the second quarter opened things up and allowed Jalen Brunson to breathe a little bit because he's been big. G Money in the building, awesome win by these fierce Knickerbockers, 100%. Got to feel proud to be a Knicks fan tonight and the team staving off elimination. But yeah, young players stepping up. Salute to Grimes, salute to RJ, salute to Mitch holding us down. And to think, we've got probably one of the worst playoff games from Josh Hart. Was a -11. Was he the only player in a minus except for Hartenstein? But yeah, in 9 minutes, minus 11. So Josh Hart bricked a couple of threes, or bricked a three, wasn't aggressive early, but picked up some fouls. Um, 4 personal fouls, 2 turnovers. To think, yeah, if Josh Hart gets back to his usual self in Miami, picking up some big rebounds like he normally does, is going to be huge for this ball club. And I think Josh Hart could be a big key for Game 6. So, don't count people out. You know, one dude didn't play well tonight. The next dude is going to step up, and I think that's going to be key. Now, Emmanuel Quickly, do I really feel like he's a good chance to play? I'm gonna put it as more questionable. I would say he's been doubtful for all these games since he's been out, but I'm gonna say he's probably gonna be questionable. Maybe there's a half a chance he plays, um, but if he can play, that gives this bench more offense, and that's going to be big. What the Knicks need on the road, you need to hit big shots. Um, if Grimes can have a ridiculous shooting performance to put the pressure on the Heat, is going to be big time. And I think we have enough to pull this one out. I really do. All right, now's not the time to be doubtful. It's be hopeful. Um, the Heat are going to bring it. We know they're going to bring their A game. Um, they're going to be frustrated for tonight. Spoelstra's going to make some kind of adjustment, but we just got to be aggressive. Continue to try to get them in foul trouble. Getting Gabe Vincent in foul trouble early kind of changed the game. I've given him a lot of credit because he has been a great defensive pest on Brunson. Now we look at Butler's performance: 9 of 11 from the line. Did not hit a 3-pointer. Did not attempt a 3-pointer. Was 5 of 12 from the field. 19 points. So yeah, Jimmy wasn't too aggressive tonight, which was to their detriment. He's clearly dealing with the ankle still. He's still on the injury report as questionable each game. So it's still there, but he's fighting through it. He's not going to use as an excuse, but let's run him around. Let's get the switches. Let's run him around, move the ball, and Quentin Grimes being in the starting unit has opened up the offense big time. I mentioned poor performances. Kevin Love only gave them 4 points, minus 12. Tried a couple of the outlet passes, but 2 of 10, 0 of 7 from 3-point land. That's the ball game right there, ladies and gents. If you're the Heat, you're looking at that. 0 of 7 from Kevin Love. Now, the Knicks tried to close out better. We attacked Kevin Love more on the defensive side, tried to make him work more, but that's big for Kevin Love to shoot 0 of 7. He hits a couple, and this thing's close. So I kind of felt that the Miami Heat players would regress at some point, and finally it was Kevin Love, tonight. But yeah, minus 4, minus 12, 4 points, 0 of 7 from the field, 2 of 10, just 16 minutes. So finally, the short rotations and the depth of the Miami Heat is getting tested. The adjustments are going to be key, right? Udonis Haslem hasn't played in this series. Lowry gave him 31 minutes off the bench. Caleb Martin, just 11 points. He was a +9 though, so he was a pest. Highsmith, just 3 minutes tonight. No shot attempt, minus 13. So that's what I'm talking about. Queen's Place. When you talk about adjustments, get RJ Barrett attacking. Attack Duncan Robinson. Attack Highsmith. Best believe those guys aren't strong defenders. So RJ Barrett playing more with the bench unit and eating while those guys sit is going to be big. Man. If the Knicks can tie this series, Ryan will be straight buzzing.
Salute. 3 capital S's, you know what I'm saying? And also, the capital S stands for the streets is buzzing.
Yes, sir. Jay Boogie got the streets buzzing right now. It is this 50th anniversary of the New York Knicks championship, and Jay Boogie, right, been excellent enough to get an anthem to tribute the championship team, right? Hot winner, 1973. Right, let's listen to it, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Boogie, new track, Hot Winner, 1973.
I want to talk to the legends. You know, it is the 50th. Because you know, this is your year.
Special.
To celebrate.
Special.
Let me talk to him. May 10th, 1-9, that's 7 trade. On the road to LA, that was a Thursday. 5 games, all it took for the series. I'm paying homage to the squad, if you hear me. We did something they thought we wouldn't accomplish. If you're a real Knicks fan, I know you rock this. Don't it sound like the net? That left hand jump shot missed the Barnett. But it really wasn't easy for Mike came to the Knicks. His dad was Henry Bibby. That's a jewel I feel. Before I Bradley, make sure I pay all my bills. Let that bang through your woofer. I'm 6-time defensive player, Dave the Busher. How we fight through them screens, follow your dreams. Straight out of Harlem, can't forget the Dean. No comparing to my flow. My mom's first crush was on the Pearl, Earl Monroe. Pull up from anywhere, I'm letting it go. From Caroline, Hawthorne, that wingo. Coach Red already said, make no excuses. The all-star MVP, Mr. Jerry Lucas. That gut check, we in the paint game, we in the belly. That double-double off the bench from John Ganelli. That textbook before game nights, we all practice. That teamwork before the triangle met Phil Jackson. Make sure when playing D, you play your man tighter. The 8th pick, we drafted Thomas Riker. The backdoor picks, you gotta back me. I'm on point, all eyes, Luther Rackley. I'm looking up to all the players in the Knick heavens, making sure your legacy get the full blessings.
Legends, you are appreciated. Names forever spoke amongst the greatest. Thank you for all these years in Madison Square Garden, the shouts and cheers. Your contributions set the bar so high, pushed us to be the best franchise. Yeah, 3 capital S's, salute, salute, salute. Legends, we honor you.
The city changed when the Knicks draft the style guard. Walt Frazier, legendary, the point guard. The wide rims changed the league with a new look. That rock steady, the guy who was the first book. I'm always dressed for the action. Through the tunnel, I still can see the captain. No mistakes, how you made it to the league. You gotta limp through the pain to get the Willis Reed. They know I fight every play on this ball court. I'm looking down through the clouds, protect the home court. Make sure when at the crib you protect the home. And don't forget Chuck D, call it the Terror Dome.
Legends, you are appreciated. Names forever spoke amongst the greatest. Thank you for all these years in Madison Square Garden, the shouts and cheers. Your contributions set the bar so high, pushed us to be the best franchise. Yeah, 3 capital S's, salute, salute, salute. Legends, we honor you. This is the 50s, 50s, 50s. Say this is the 50s, 50s, 50s.
Yeah, Jay Boogie, Hot Winner, 1973, tribute the champions, right? We're on this journey to get back there. Salute Jay Boogie, that track, Knicks Nation. The streets is buzzing. We are 3-2 down, but game 6, headed back to South Beach. The chat, the Twitter space continues to throw flowers at Quentin Grimes. And also Jalen Brunson, a part of New York's finest now, with 30-plus points 3 times in a single playoff series, has joined the elite. Carmelo Anthony, Patrick Ewing, Bernard King. Salute to Jalen Brunson, JB, for that accomplishment right now. He's delivering in the playoffs so far in spades. Helped us win first round against Cleveland, big time. Another big time performance tonight with 38 big points as the Warriors take on the LA Lakers. Golden State Warriors are winning comfortably right now. It's close. It's the series can be close, but it's 3-1. Golden State do need to win this one, stave off elimination, just like the New York Knicks did. We got Coach Nick B-Ball Breakdown, friend of the show, tweet out Quentin Grimes' big stop. Says, I've never seen a guy get hurt, get up, and then rip the ball handler like Grimes just did. He's on my favorite player list for a reason. That's just all grittiness, all hustle, all heart from Q Dot right there. You're going to see that replayed over and over. Now, Barrett quotes on the Knicks coming back 3-1. We're fighting for our lives right now. This is something that can be done. It's been done before 13 times. Hey, that's great to bring that up, because, ladies and gents, it ain't about the percentages of it happening. You got to highlight that it has happened, that it's possible, right? Anything's possible. Like tonight, we closed it out. Yep, Queen's Place likes our chances. Salute, salute, salute. Let's go. Friday night, Knicks will be there as well. And talking with EJ. EJ's handling some family business, but yeah, thoughts with EJ. Hopefully we get EJ back on Friday night, talk to him after the game 6. It's going to be huge. It's going to be buzzing. I think it's going to be the most hard-fought, physical, and closest game of the series right now. The Knicks are not going to go down without a fight. Mitchell Robinson, his first thought when the Heat started intentionally fouling, I'm knocking these down, says Mitch. That's his first thought. So yeah, salute. Big performances all around. Quentin Grimes is a dog. You know, on a night where Josh Hart didn't have his best performance, right? Those guys stepped up. On a night where Deuce McBride didn't even get to play much as well. It was Brunson, RJ Grimes, and Julius Mitch hitting big clutch free throws also. 48 minutes is not an easy thing to do, man, in a playoff game, and they did it. So orange and blue skies as the Empire State Building is lit up, orange and blue. We live to fight another day. Let's hope we get another game back at MSG to salute the fans. Now, Bam Adebayo, probably his worst game of the series, was -11. Only got to the line 4 times. Hit 7 of 11 in his 39 minutes. So up and down from Bam tonight. 5 personal fouls, just 8 rebounds, but 5 of them offensive. So yeah, I guess Bam was okay, but in terms of getting to the line just 4 times, that benefited the Knicks. Gabe Vincent only shot 3 of 10 and 0 of 3 from deep also. So I felt like the Knicks were more connected tonight on the switches. They knew kind of the shooters and the threats that were coming the New York Knicks way. So best believe that. We're going to take a lot of confidence heading into game 6. We'll talk about it more in the preview, talking about it heading in. But right now, my keys are to feature RJ more on those mismatches. Let's play a bruising, physical game, hustle for the rebounds, limit turnovers, get the ball moving, get Quentin Grimes some open looks early, try to get his confidence going. And he's Emmanuel Quickly, the wild card, ladies and gentlemen. As I hope we hear this victory tune again this season, right? We need to, but for tonight, it's a big salute to the orange and blue skies. The streets are buzzing right now. Big time performances from future building blocks of this organization. Our work ain't done yet. Continue to work, continue to hustle. Let's pull out another win on the road. Win in South Beach, and let's bring this thing home for a game 7, right? Appreciate the chat, replay gang, salute. Streets are buzzing, smashing that like button. And let's get it in game 6. Right, it's do or die again. Let's bring our A game. let the Heat know. Let the Heat know that we're coming. We're coming. Nothing's coming easy. They say beating the Heat ain't easy. Well, we're building a reputation of our own, right? Make it difficult to close the New York Knicks out, right? We scratch, we claw, we fight, and we're here right now. Peace. Salute everyone out here. Have a great night. Blessings. Let's get it on the next one. Go New York, go.